So to start off this video, I'm going to tell you that I am not a pro at recycling. I don't really know what goes in what bin, and I don't know what any of the numbers mean, but today we're going to try our best. This video is going to be the first of a series that I'm going to be calling Think Global, Act Local. So this is one of my favorite maxims to really identify when you think that there's so many problems in the world that we want to solve, but it really starts at home. A lot of times I'll walk to school, and it's about a 20-minute walk, but the way that I walk, there's so much trash everywhere. And as frustrating as it is to just look at this trash on your way to school, it's more about the environmental impact, living so close to the ocean, and how all this debris on our first rain is probably going to end up straight in our gutters and to the ocean. I headed out in my work outfit with my bags, ready for a day of hard work. But I only got about 10 feet on the sidewalk before both of my bags were full. We're just going to get into today some of the items that I picked up and what are recyclable and what are not. So let's get right to it. So most of the items that I found that I could recycle are either plastics that have the recycle sign on them or paper products. So the city of San Diego suggests that you don't bag your recyclables, put them loose, because on the conveyor belt when people are taking out the trash, it takes them more time to take things out of the bag, and it's a very high stakes and complicated process, so it's better if you leave all your recyclables loose when you throw them away in the recycle bins. Oh yeah, and I also found a whole jar of pickles, which obviously it's recyclable, but not the pickles, so I'm just gonna throw the pickles out and wash the jar out and then recycle it. But now we'll cut to Sweaty Sarah on the street and see what she had to say about mid-process.
It's be really difficult because it's really hard to tell when something doesn't have the recycle label on it. So when I find something that doesn't have a label and I'm not sure, I just put it in the trash because it's better to do that than clog up the recycle facility with things that can't be recycled.
I'd like to know more opinions on that. Should you, if you're unsure of something, throw it in the recycle, or do you usually throw it in the trash? So most of the items that I ended up throwing in the trash were either food soiled, I wasn't sure exactly where they belong, or they were plastic bags that were dirty. I also saw my fair share of straws, which is disappointing to see. Next time I do this, I will definitely bring more bags, and I will have gloves with me because it was pretty gross, and I really underestimated the amount of trash that was there because I only walked about 10 feet and I filled up 2 whole bags. So as I said, I take this walk probably about 4 or 5 times a week, and when I started to notice the trash, I started to pick it up. But then I realized there's no trash cans on the way from my apartment to my school. I either could get a bag and bring it all the way to school, or I could bring it back to my residence or the trolley. But I think that there should be trash cans along the way because it is a public street. As much as I think it's really important to be a political activist as an individual, I think it's better to do it on a large scale. So obviously I'm one person and I can't pick up all the trash, and that's not my job, even though it is the street that I live on. So in some ways, I guess I'm accountable. I mostly wanted to pick up the trash to show that there is so much of it and to get obviously some of it off the street. But I was trying to research more of whose responsibility it is to take care of this trash. It starts with the person who's throwing it on the ground and littering. So to those people, stop. Obviously you're not going to be able to stop people who don't have respect for the place that they live and leave trash everywhere. But I also think that it is part of the city and part of my residence's responsibility to make sure that this area is clean and that this debris does not go into our waterways. So I ended up emailing both my place of residence and the city of San Diego. I emailed them about 3 or 4 days before filming this video, and I still haven't got a response from either, so I really doubt when's gonna come. But just getting my voice out there and getting an email, even though they probably get 1,000 emails a day, I think is really important to make your voice heard. But if you have any suggestions on how I should keep this area clean, let me know. I also thought about creating a trash cleanup party, which I could post signs in my elevator, but I feel like that would be soliciting and I might get a fine from my apartment. So I'm really open to suggestions. If anyone has any ideas, please leave those in the comments down below. Something that was really interesting to me was that I had about 20 people who walked by me and kind of just stared at me and didn't really say anything or really ask. And I would always say like, oh, have a nice day, blah, blah, blah. But I wish people would actually stop and ask me what's going on instead of staring at me like I'm crazy. So as you'll see in the outro, I actually had one guy who just laughed at me and like as he was walking by because he thought he was in my shot, or I don't really know. I think he just thought I was some weird girl filming something on the street, which I was. It may seem that this video is very specific to my one street, in my city, in my state, in my country. But when you look around, honestly, it's everywhere. Trash pollution is such a problem. And in your neighborhood as well, I guarantee you that you can, if you go on a walk and you bring a bag with you, that you will fill that bag. So I challenge you to go in your neighborhood next time you go for a walk and bring a little bag and try to recycle or throw away items that you see on the street. So I hope that you accept my challenge and you go out and do your neighborhoods and go and pick up some trash like the good neighbor that you are. That's all for this week, and I'll see you next Monday.
Go ahead, go this way, you're good. No worries, go ahead.